Welcome everyone, welcome back to the channel. Listen man, I got you another one here today. This guy Steve Bannon, he joins Chris Cuomo. Yeah, listen man, I'm not a fan of the guy, but a friend sent it to me. You know what I'm saying? He's being supportive of the channel. He sent me one or two things sometimes for me to react to. He told me, don't watch it, just blind react. I don't like doing that because I like to make sure I have my research done so I could, state facts and be, closer to the truth than anything else, right? Because we all learning together and we don't want to be misinformed. So I don't know what he really going to talk about, but it's Steve Bannon. He always says something crazy. So let's get into it.
It seems that the past is behind him. So I want to talk about our present and our potential future, how he can explain what we're seeing in the administration and what his role might be. Because this is the guy behind much of the aggressive messaging. America being at war, the Democrats being the enemy, the media the enemy of the people. Okay, you've heard Trump say that a lot, but Bannon coined it, okay, in terms of this iteration.
Is that true? Well, let me know in the comments because, I was never really a Trump fan like that. I just got into politics in a heavy way for my own reasons. Check my past videos. You're going to see why. But the thing is, I don't really know who said what first, who coined it and all that. If you know, lay it down in the comments because I already know I don't really care for the guy. I like what the administration is doing. Don't like Bannon too much. So let Cuomo continue.
Of usage. The administrative state, that there needs to be shock troops to take control of the government institutions. He infamously predicted that all hell would break loose on January 6th. So I want to see where his mind is on what we're all living through together and what his role may be going forward. Joining me now, White House chief strategist at one time of the first Trump administration, host of Bannon's War Room, Mr. Steve Bannon. Thank you for taking the opportunity.
Chris, thanks for having me on News Nation, and I appreciate you.
So the only thing that you're not going to like talking about, we'll talk about first. I'm watching CPAC, and they put up a poll of potential, next generation, right? Post-Trump. You are second on the list.
Second? They polled drunk people or something? Why they put him on that list? That dude is not good for America. Listen, I could stomach Trump. He got 70%, maybe 75% good things that I could agree with. Other things is kind of, I don't know too much. But really? This guy?
After the VP, as people getting the nod at CPAC to be president. A lot of people were surprised by this. My first question, you have anything to do with putting your name in that list?
He actually made the list.
Because you have presidential ambitions?
No. And President Trump, I'm a firm believer that President Trump will run and win again in 2028. So I've already endorsed President Trump. A man like this comes along once.
See, that's the thing. Why would he say something like that? Run and win again in 2028. Like, yo, listen, since... Somebody need to find this guy and put him in a back room somewhere with a TV on, put his feet up, give him some tequila, scotch, whatever they drink, and tell him, stay there till 2028, 29 or something. Don't come out. Don't give him no phones. Don't give him nothing. Who put this guy in? I don't like this guy, man. Why would he say something like that? Stuff like this is what send the Democrats crazy. Democrat politicians. Oh, see, we told you. He was going to be a dictator and try to do something funky and run again. It is virtually impossible. That's why they have the Constitution. They have the 2 terms, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? The little I know about the Constitution, all right, how it started off, George Washington, stuff like that, they initially wasn't on the books, like written on paper, but it was like a gentleman thing. Every 2 terms, you step down and you keep it moving. Some dude did it for, 13 years. Now, that right there wasn't supposed to be done. He's supposed to come down after 8. He supposed to step down after 8, and he went till 13. Can't remember his name. If you know his name, put it in the comment section. Now, the thing is, when they saw that, they like, you know what? Nah, man, we got to put this on paper. And that's where the 22nd Amendment came in. 16. If you know which one it is, put it in the bottom. But you know what I'm talking about. Even if you correct me, you know what I'm trying to say. So they put it in paper. 8 years, that's it. 2 terms, even if it's served consecutively or, 1 here, there, okay. So we know it's not possible. So even when the Democrats used to say, we know, listen, man, these people is whack jobs. They put this idiot on the TV to say that. I don't even want to do the video no more.
Every century, if we're lucky, we've got him now. He's on fire, and I'm a huge supporter. Want to see him again in 2028.
And obviously, anybody who doesn't like what you say but judges it as a function of a lack of intelligence doesn't know anything about you. I don't make that mistake. You're a smart guy. Oh, you know he's term limited.
So
How do you think he gets another term?
We're working on it. I think we'll have a couple of alternatives. Let's say that.
You're working on it? What is wrong with this guy? This guy is out of his mind, man. You hear what this idiot said? I had to go collect myself. This guy is... I owe my homie a punch in the face. I owe my friend a punch in the face. Yeah. Now I know where that laughing, crying emoji was. He knew. Listen, this guy is a dangerous guy. He's not good for anybody's administration. He's too extreme. The left got their extremists burning down cars and shooting up buildings right now, and the right got him. This guy just needs to just...
We'll see what the definition. We'll see what the definition of term limit is.
Watch Cuomo's face.
All right, well, so you're talking about litigating this issue, because I don't want people to listen to our interview and say, Bannon's cooking up an insurrection. Bannon is cooking up... You know what I mean? I want people to get a straight take on where your head is. What are you suggesting?
Chris, as you know, I've had greater long shots than this. When we supported President Trump after the election, I realize you don't believe the election in 2020 was stolen. We do. We fervently believe that. When President Trump went back to Mar-a-Lago on January 20th, 2021, he was the longest of long shots to return to the White House. We said that day in our podcast and doubled down, having President Trump's back, that he was coming back not just to win the primary, he would win the White House, and we had to get organized and drive that victory, and also start working on all the policies, what's called Project 2025 or the America First Policy Institute, but all those different think tanks that started putting in the policies that you're seeing today in what we call Flood the Zone or Days of Thunder or however you want to describe it. But this is many years in the making. So we've had greater long shots than Trump 2028, and we've got a lot of stuff we're working on there. We're not prepared to talk about it publicly, but in a couple of months, I think we will be.
But you are not suggesting revolution or overthrow or anything that people would condemn.
Chris, we just won one of the biggest sweeping victories. We're in the middle of a 1932 type realignment if we can continue on.
The dude asked you a question, bro. Yes or no? Say, nah, that's the answer. Nah, that's not what we talking about. Nah, we talking about... But still, this guy.
And continue to have populist policies, populist nationalist policies. We have African American men coming to our side. We have Hispanics coming to our side. So no, we're huge believers in democracy because we know how to We know how to get votes out. We know how to get low propensity, low information voters out to support the president's policies. The anti-democratic forces, I think you're seeing them today in the courts. I mean, they're trying to obstruct a sitting president of the United States from fulfilling his executive mandate. So no, we're the big believers in democracy, and we show it because we won this unbelievable come from behind, not just in 2016, as you know, but in 2024 when virtually everybody ruled Trump out.
There's no question about that. And in 2024, people did not see him making the kind of comeback that he did, and that is certainly a historical comeback, no question.
Yep.
But I just wanted to make it clear for people so that they can't paint you as, you know, suggesting revolution. Your analogy is to 32 and how FDR extended it. You know, the Constitution probably gets in the way.
But I firmly believe in the revolution you're seeing going on now, the revolution of common sense to deconstruct the administrative state. You're seeing that battle and that combat politically and legally in federal courts every second, every day. And if your audience, I know they love you, but they ought to start paying attention to also this greater arc of this massive fight that's going on for the direction of this republic.
We made it, guys. We made it through this guy. This guy is insane. He made valid points to the end because guess what's happening, right? They trying to stop President Trump from doing all the things that the American people voted for, right? But they trying to do it in the judicial system. So now how it works, anybody who pays attention, who actually does the research or actually pay attention to what's going on, they would see that everything they try to block through the judicial system, it takes time, which is wasting time, slowing down his process. That's the game they're trying to play. Because before Joe Biden and them left, even Chuck Schumer came out and said they put in 200 plus liberal judges. This guy got his work cut out for him. Well, guys, I'm sorry about that, putting you guys through this right here because this guy's a little too extreme. And you see why I don't really care for him that much. He needs to be put out to the pasture, retire, get him out of politics, away from the TV, because he says things to make these Democrats go berserk and give them talking points and all this aha moments. That guy, as I always say, people, tell me what you think in the comments. Peace till the next one.